Hey YouTubers, Steven here. How's everybody doing? Well, happy Pie Day. It's March 14th, and yeah, that's kind of cool. Today I'm brewing an all-grain batch of beer using the Newport hops that I grew last year. So, really haven't come up with a name. I originally was going to call it my 2014 Hop Smash, because I was thinking just do a smash beer, right? Single malt, single hop. But I wanted it to be kind of hoppy, and since I haven't brewed an all grain for a while, maybe something with a little more substance than just a single malt. But I will get to it one of these days, I promise. So I've got my water heating, getting ready to steep the grains. I'll go over the grains, and when I'm doing it, mix it all up, not to make the intro boring. But let's see, I'm about 20 degrees Fahrenheit off of my strike temperature, so I still got to get my grains ready, so we'll be back in a minute. Alright, I forgot to turn the camera back on, but that's okay. We all know this part. So I've got 7.5 kilograms of 2-row. I have a kilogram of crystal malt 40 and half a kilogram of carapils. I added a tablespoon and a half of pH 5.2, because I forgot to mention this is a 32-liter batch that I'm doing here, and because I want a keg and I also want a bottle. So my mash temperature, the strike temperature was 165 Fahrenheit. My steeping temperature should be 152 Fahrenheit, and it's 23 liters of water. So I'm just slightly under at 151. That's alright. This is going to steep for an hour. Hey everybody, we're back. We're doing the boil. I'm going to set my timer here. 1 hour. We've got a nice aggressive boil here. Let's have a peek. Nice boil going on there. So let's get our first hop addition here. 1.5 ounces of the Newport hops that I grew. Hopefully I can get them. Oh shit. Oh well. I got most of them in the bag. There's a couple that fell. It's not going to hurt anything, so we'll get them in the bag here. And we'll come back. Okay, so let's go over some of the stuff that I've done. So we did the mash. We steeped our grains at after I closed the lid, the temperature actually came back up, so I steeped the grains at 156 Fahrenheit for an hour. After the hour, it was 154 Fahrenheit, so I only lost 2 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not bad for an hour. And that was 23 liters of water. Then I did a batch sparge with 26 liters of water at 168. My recipe called for. It was actually 167 Fahrenheit, so not bad. Let that sit for 10 minutes. Drained it out with a really slow drain. It looked fairly clean. Got her all in my pot. My starting boil was supposed to be 40 liters. It's 36. So I may have to add a little water at the end of it, but really, with the regular cooler that I have, it just barely held 26 liters. And I mean just barely. I couldn't put the lid on it, so I just let it naturally cool. But my starting gravity was 1042 at 48 degrees Celsius. I'll have to convert that to see, because my starting gravity should have been 1048. So it was off by about 6 points. If I temperature correct that, I may have it bang on, so I'll have to look. Anyways, so I've got a good boil going here. I'm gonna do all the hops. I don't know how much more of this I'm gonna film because I just wanted to keep it short, and pretty much the steps are all the same. What the heck, I'll show you what my brew day kind of looks like. So there's the hops on my brew table, of course. Gotta have some coffee. And I have a fan in the window so that it'll draw out the steam. It doesn't work too bad for the most part. But, and then here's my power cord. I made an extension cord with this box. Right there like that. Don't look at the dirt on my floor. Just have Dar's laptop sitting on the washer. Here's my my brewing cabinet. We're going to keep some laundry bottles up there. But let's open this bad boy up. So I figured it was time I should start organizing. You know, got some dextrose, potassium sorbate, cinnamon sticks, all kinds of good stuff. And if you're wondering what R2 is, it's actually measuring spoons. That's a 1 tablespoon. See if I can get the top off here. See that? Half cup. Top of R2-D2's head is a half a cup. Kids got that for me for Christmas. I love Star Wars. Can't wait to see the new movie. Of course, I grew up watching the original movie in the 70s. And as you can see, I just got everything organized. My lids are in the back. It's a lot easier to put everything all in one place. And some of you on Facebook saw my rack that I made to hold up all the glass carboys up on my ceiling. That keeps them out of the way nicely as well. And there's my kegerator. Alright, we're done. Let's have a little gander over here. There we go. I've got 20 liters of wort in this bucket, and I've got 12 liters in this bucket behind. Each bucket has a package of Nottingham ale yeast in it. So I have a little bit of cleanup left to do. I got to clean this big old pot and a few little odds and ends, and then I'm going to take Dara out for supper. Just because it's Saturday night, and she worked most of the day, and I brewed most of the day, so why not go get a steak and a beer, eh? So yeah, so my boil off was perfect. I didn't have to add any water to it. I guess maybe because I had more water in it this time, it didn't boil off as much. Sounds about right, because I started out with 36 liters, and it should have been at 40. But I have 32 liters. I measured off 20 liters first on this bucket, and then I get another bucket where I measured it out, and I would say it's so perfectly close to 12 liters it's not even funny. Anywho, my starting gravity is 1064, and my target was 1061. Now, granted, the temperature of the wort when I checked it was 29 degrees Celsius, so I'll have to convert that. So when I do the taste test, I'll have all the right numbers, and we'll see how good this bad boy is. Hey everybody, we're back. Here is the Newport 14 Ale. Yeah, the head's dissipating a little bit because it's out of the keg, but nice color, eh? And it's fairly clear. But let me tell you, this is awesome. It's not real super bitter, so the IBUs aren't really high. I think in the recipe, Beersmith calculated the IBUs around 60, 65, something like that. I would have to check. But all in all, wow, I can't say enough. Like, it has a really nice floral aroma, I think. I'm not very good at beer reviews, as everyone knows, but I know Jake really, really likes it. And Reggie Roller, Rex, cheers guys. Thanks for your great compliments on the beer. But let's give it a try, eh? Cheers. 17. I find it's a bit creamy. It has a nice, really nice mouthfeel, almost a little creamy. And this is my oldest daughter's dog, if you're wondering. This is Keiko. And their other dog, Chewy, he's the one that you hear running around on the dog bed and what have you. But anyways, I really can't identify what I'm tasting. It has a bit of a, almost like an apricot, or like a light apricot. Could be floral as well, but it's really good. It doesn't have that grapefruit taste with the hops, and Darlene actually really likes it too, so definitely a bonus, eh? Cheers. So I don't know what else really to say. The carbonation is good. Right now my serving pressure is about 8 pounds on my keg. And as you can see, it's a fairly nice head on it. It's good lacing. I just don't know what else to say because it's such a good beer. But I do think I have 4 or 5 ounces of Cascade hops from last year. And I think I'll do the same recipe. It's just basically a pale ale, and then I added all the hops to it. I'll probably do the same recipe with the Cascade, so stay tuned. I guess I shouldn't have put my beer down so quick, eh? Shout out to all my subscribers. Thanks for joining me. If this is the first video that you've seen for mine, hey, welcome. Please subscribe, and until next time, be hoppy.